Happy Sunday. Happy first day of the week. Um, Thank you for joining my live. I come live on Sunday mornings at 11 o'clock. This is my fourth show. I'm just getting started with this whole going live business. And so, therefore, will you please show me some grace? I know you will. I just know you will. Because the people that I attract typically are really cool people. So who do you attract? What type of people come into your world? Business people, um, creatives. I mean, what type of people do you attract into your world? That's a good question to ask yourself. Like, who are you bringing into your world and why? Because I do question that all the time. Like, how am I presenting and who am I attracting? And funny story, when I moved to LA, I mean, I'm sorry, I moved there too, but when I moved to New York, I was from Ohio. I was a country bumpkin from Ohio. I was young, and I was excited about being in New York. And in Ohio, come on, it's a small little company town, and we're not quite Southern, so we don't do all the wave thing as you ride by like they do in the South, which I love. But we are pretty personable in the great state of Ohio. And so when I got to New York, I thought, oh, it's okay to stare at people until they acknowledge you or whatever. And someone said to me, hey, Stacey, you do not want to be staring at people on the train in New York City or on the bus or whatever, because they're going to mess around and follow you home. So that was a valuable lesson to learn in New York, right? And that's a midlife lesson. So there you go. Oh, Ray, you're back. Welcome back, Ray. Did you bring a friend? It's okay if you didn't, because I'm okay with whatever you do. It's my channel to invite you to come and say whatever you want to do and say. Just be respectful, as I know, Ray, you are going to be. I have the utmost faith in you. So yeah, so I just want to do a little housekeeping too. I'm looking for sponsors. So if anybody knows somebody that may be into telling midlife stuff, let me know. Anybody has anything to help and offer us up to help us grow together in our midlives, right? And beyond. And also, too, even though it is a midlife channel and we talk a lot about what's happening in midlife, I do want young people to come in and tune in, too, because I feel like the real role of a woman is to, according to the scriptures, is to prepare the younger woman to be a good mother, a good wife, a good helpmate. Basically, that is the role of the female in the church. And I don't know, when we start wearing the pants in the church, I'm not going to get into that this morning. Those who were at church right now. but whatever happened, I think we dropped the ball. And I want to apologize to all of the people, my daughter's generation who's under me. I think the women of my generation dropped the ball. So that may be something controversial to say, but hey, that's why I want sponsors and not have to rely on YouTube, because I may never get monetized, because I will say what I think, what I feel, and that's how this channel is going to go down. And so I don't want to be told I can't say certain things because it's offending certain people, because I'm not trying to be offensive at all. As a matter of fact, I consistently tell people, no offense, because I don't mean to be taken the wrong way, but sometimes you are. You cannot, hey Dale, good morning. You cannot be in the head of someone and what they're thinking, right? You can sort of assume what they're thinking. You can watch their body language. You can hear what comes out of their mouth. You can watch their old behavior, because old behavior is the best indicator of new behavior. But you really can't tell what someone's thinking about you. So I try not to worry too much about that. But anyway, but let me not get off on a tangent, because that's not why you're here. But I do believe that I attract a certain kind of people, and we're going to get into that too, because I think that I've attracted the wrong man for a very long time. And anybody in the chat can relate, drop a 1, or the wrong female. I don't know. I just think that opposites sometimes attract. I get that part. But I still want to know, and that may take a deep dive in therapy that I'm in to get back into. But why do we attract people that we attract, and why do we consistently attract the same type of person when that's not the person we really want in our life, right? So that being said, let me see what else I got. Okay, so I took notes, and I prepare for my show, y'all. I do. So what I wanted to talk to you about is I'm entering into a partnership All praises to the Most High. With a couple that are talking about finding the great in you and doing what you do in your life that will bring you satisfaction. You know, there's a saying that says the cemetery is filled with potential, or people who have potential, dreams that died, you know, with the person. So it's true. So that's kind of what I want to talk to you about today. And at some point you'll get to meet this couple. They're beautiful. They're wonderful. I don't want to say their name just yet because the deal's not sealed, but it's close to being sealed, and it's going to happen. We're going to go together, travel the world, and tell people about how you can be a better version of yourself by doing what God ordained and called you to do, which is called purpose, because we all have purpose, right? Some of us fulfill our purpose. Some of us try and fail, but that's okay, because if you get back up, you can keep trying, and at some point you'll hit that bullseye. You'll meet your mark. So anyway, so that's coming up, but we'll talk a little bit more about that later. I don't want to get off too far off on a tangent. But anyway, so what I wanted to talk to you about today was actually about releasing. And to that point though, let me just give you a midlife tip, okay? That you may already know. So anyway, but things that you need to hold close to you and keep are your photos and your books. Listen, if somebody asks you, hey, let me hold on to this photo because I'm gonna go make a copy, or let me hold on to this book, I'm gonna read it and give it back to you, it ain't coming back. I don't know why I want to tell you that this morning, because maybe somebody need to hear that, but it ain't coming back. It's just not coming back. I have a horrible experience with. I took a bunch of pictures at an event where all the young lawyers were. Right, I had some wonderful pictures of my classmates and other lawyers, and somebody at that retreat or whatever it was asked me, "Hey, can let me hold on to these pictures? I'm gonna go make some copies and I'll give it back to you at the end of the retreat." That guy disappeared. Just disappeared with all my pictures. That's the first time it happened to me. You'd think I would learn my lesson, but I didn't. So I had some pictures of my children. We went down to Kissimmee, Florida, to a slave plantation. Beautiful pictures, beautiful history. Somebody said, "Hey, Stacy, let me hold on to those pictures for a minute because I want to use them for XYZ." Those pictures never came back. And then I'm going to tell you a story about what I did. So point that finger at yourself, right? So my brother lent me a book. He read, God rest his soul, Garnet. Oh my God, I miss my brother. But he lent me a book on the mob. And, I got a mob story too. But he lent me a book on the mob, right? And I never returned that book. I still have that book. And he would, from time to time, say, "When are you going to read back that book?" I said, "I'm going to give it back to you. Because actually, I hadn't finished reading it because I didn't read it all the way through. So that's another reason. Those are two really good midlife tips. Do not get rid of your pictures. Do not, if you let it go, know that you're probably letting it go, right? Permanently. So that being said, also I wanted to tell you, something else that came to my mind. Okay. Moms. Got it. Oh, moms. If you go back and look over your pictures over the years when your children were small, notice you're not in pictures. Notice you're not in a lot of those pictures. Why is that? Because moms take the pictures. Aunties take the pictures. Grandmas are sitting in the pictures. So there you go. So just think about that. Make sure you get in some of those pictures, Mom. Yes, and don't lend them out to anybody because you won't get them back. So anywho, so we got a short show because my show is only 30 minutes, and I'm a chatty Cathy. Remember the chatty Cathy doll? I never had one. That was, I think, before me, but there was a chatty Cathy doll, and so because women, we're chatty. And we like to talk, especially when we get nervous, like I'm nervous right now. And then boys like to touch everything. The walls. Oh my God. Have you noticed that boys touch everything? It's like, stop touching that. You get germs on your hands. Anyway, so that being said, yes. So if somebody has a question. Oh yeah, exactly, Ray. I'm sure there's a picture right now that you probably let somebody borrow to make a copy of it. So my suggestion is, go make the copy for them. Be a sweetheart. Make the copy for them and get them the picture if it's that important. Because yes, pictures are our eye into the past, and so that's how we roll. We have pictures. I don't even know the history of photos, but anyway, that's neither here nor there. So let's talk about what I wanted to talk to you about What are you doing to further your goals in life right now? Are there things that you're doing that that is leaning towards your goals? So we have Dell on the line on the show, and I love Dell. Dell does her show on Tuesday nights at 10 o'clock. It's the Dell 2.0 show, so make sure you tune into Dell's show on Tuesday nights at 10 o'clock. She makes me stay up late to watch her show, and I make her get up early on Sunday to watch my show. That's what friends are for, right? So anyway, okay, so here we go. So what is in you that you're trying to get out? What is in you that you're trying to get out? That you have put on hold because midlife showed up. Oh, let me say this too. Did y'all know what midlife is? I don't think I said this to you before. So midlife, I did a little dive into what is considered midlife. So midlife, according to the stats, ChatGPT, is between the ages of 40 and 65. So if you're between the ages of 40 and 65, this show is absolutely for you. That's in the developed countries. In developed countries, that's the age. And then I've seen younger. I read something that says your midlife actually starts in your 30s and goes forward until you're in your 50s or 60s. So it's all perspective, right? It's all perspective. How do you feel? Do you feel like you're in your midlife and that's why you're here so I can help you? Yes, because that's important. Because let me say this. Oh, you're 70? Oh, what? Oh, wow. Okay, Ray. I haven't seen a picture of you up close, so I hope you're wearing it well. And you probably are. So, because black don't crack. Okay, I said it. All right, so let me say this. So how are we approaching our midlife? How are we approaching? Because a lot of us still have, some of us have student debt left. Some of us have, we're still raising children or other people's children. Some of us are just busy lifing, right? And we're not really thinking about, this is a phase of my life. This is not it's not the beginning, it's not the end. We're in the middle, right? We're in the middle of life. And so that presents its own set of challenges, does it not? So how do we decide what we're going to continue to put on hold and what we're going to grasp in this moment, despite all of the challenges, all of the things that we have going on in our lives on a daily basis? So I want to say this to you. I just want to give you a little bit about me. So I did not go into my career as a acting, stand-up comedy, writing screenplays, and selling a few products that I'm working on. I got a particular product that I'm working on right now. It's in production. I didn't do that until now, because, well, I did preparation along the way, to be honest. I did take acting classes when they were available in Washington, D.C., which is not really, they really weren't there, right? So I could find, if I found a class that came up, I went to D.C. Improv, took classes there as well. But so I kind of did a little teeny bit of preparation for now, but I think I could have done more. But I did delay a part of my life until now, and so I'm trying to catch up. One of the funny things that happened when I went out to Hollywood, right? Because I did it 3 years in Hollywood after I ended my practice. And I had this lady say to me, she looked me dead in my face. I love her too because I love people who are honest. She looked me dead in my face and said, she looked at my little resume, which wasn't much. And she was like, well, this is the people that you're competing against, like Vanessa Williams and give me some names, y'all, people that are probably in their later life that are still doing the dang thing. Rashid, oh, come on now, I'm having a brain freeze because I'm nervous. I apologize, I am nervous. So Felicia Rashad, that's one of the people that I would love to work with, Felicia Rashad, because back then, this is in 2010, 11. So they were asking, well, you got to compete with these people that are already where you want to be. How are you going to do that? Yeah, she asked me, said, how are you going to compete with these people? These people that already have this long resume. So Stacy showed up. And Stacy said, that's me, because I'm going to be me 24/7. Try. Be true to yourself or be by yourself. My mom said that all the time. So I looked at her in the face, and because she made me think. She put my thinking cap on. I said, don't they need some new people? So I'm the new people. I'm the new old kid on the block. It's okay. I'm here to tell you it's okay. It's okay to be the new kid on the block, Dale. Right? You're the new kid on the block, Dale Juke Joy. She's a new kid. Check that out too. She's a new kid on her block. She has great vocal ability. She has great stage presence. I will let her tell your age because I don't tell my age because my mama always said this. Gosh, she said it. I love my mama. She was so full of wisdom. She said, Stacy, a woman don't tell their age will tell anything. So that's my story. I'm sticking to it. So I don't tell my age. I do not tell my age. And you'll probably hear me say that several times on this midlife channel because it's not your business. Mind your business. Figure out what you're doing in your midlife, right? Or beyond or whatever. But anyway, so I say that to say, oh, come on. I said that to say that getting prepared for midlife, where you are, whatever stage. So if you're like early in midlife, you're in your 30s, you're preparing to get through this whole midlife game, right? This whole midlife stage, right? So I say get started now. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, get started now. Just do little things. What they say, 15 minutes to 20 minutes a day towards what you want, your dream. Eventually your dream will come true. Have you guys heard that? Yes. 15 minutes a day will get you to the point of where you want to be. So I kind of did all my 15 minutes here, 15 minutes there. So now I'm right here where I want to be, and that is entertaining you. So hopefully you're finding this entertaining today and valuable. So that's what it is. So on this little card, I wanted to say, oh, here's what I wanted to say to you too. So how do you know what you're called to do? All right. And I heard Miles Monroe. He's a preacher. He was a prosperity preacher. He was a preacher on forgive me for saying that because I don't think that's what he was. I think he was a preacher that wanted you to understand your purpose and to make sure you didn't hit the grave before you realize what you were here on this earth and planet on this earth to do. So that was his whole thing, was find out what you want to do. So one of the tips I think that was given was go back over your life, go back over your childhood, because this is midlife. This is your time to start. You're still on that. You're still on the hamster wheel. So look back on your childhood. And reflect on what made you happy. What brought you joy? Was it playing a sport? Was it whatever? Playing the guitar? Was it listening to music? What was it that moved you? What was it that made you happy to do? And that you would desire to do more of that, right? So think about that. Reflect back on your childhood to see if there's something that you left behind that you need to pick back up and work on so that you can find joy, peace, and happiness in all stages of your midlife. Because listen, at some point, we're all going to be, if we live long enough, we're all going to sit back and reflect. We're going to have to reflect over our lives. So I think it's okay to reflect on now, right now, where are you in your midlife, to see what was it I wanted to do. Life got in the way, but it's not too late. What is it now that's not too late for you to pick up? Right now, I ain't going to say be a 70-year-old rapper, Ray. I don't even know. Ray, do you have something that you wanted to do? Let me put my glasses on so I can see what y'all saying up here. But Ray, can you tell us what it was something you want to do? Oh, somebody says I look like you. Oh, I do, son? Okay. Fine. Nice. Oh, yeah, love Miles Monroe. Okay, so yes, it says so true. Getting pictures back. Yes, we addressed that already. Okay, yes, thank you guys. And hi, people were telling me hi. So yes, so that's what it is. It says wise women don't divulge their age. That's right. They live longer when they don't. Seriously. Oh, okay, right. Thank you for that midlife tip. Because what's the point? That's the only person. The only person that needs to know how old I am is my doctor. That's the only person needs to know, so they can say, wow, you're doing good for your age, or oh, you're doing something wrong, you need to fix that because you're getting older and you need to address that before it becomes problematic. Like men, your prostate, check your prostate. So that's a midlife tip too. Do your colonoscopies, do your glaucoma exams, do your heart test, your stress test on your heart. That's something to do with midlife. All that in preparation of going forward to a wonderful midlife and your elder years, right? Which is not guaranteed. The Bible says we get 70 years. We get 70 years. So that's what the scriptures tell us. We have 70 years according to the Bible. After that, we're under tremendous grace. And he doesn't give super long life to anybody that's not strong. So we can see that because it takes a lot of strength to grow older. But yes, so anyway, so reflect back on one of your best memories, see what you were doing back then that made you happy, and figure out if that's something that you want to do today and you want to now invest in it. To be honest, always wanted to play the piano. Always. I wanted to be Alicia Keys 2.0. I got that from you, Dale. 2.0. I wanted to be Alicia Keys, right? Which is not good to want to be somebody else, but she inspired me because I always wanted to play the piano, and she does that so beautifully. She's incorporated into her career, and I always wanted to play the piano. So, but I did take lessons, and I'm not gonna go into that story. No sad stories. But anyway, but I'm gonna take a piano lessons, right? Trust and believe. One of these days, I will be playing the piano. Yep. So that's something that I'm not gonna say I'm gonna be good at it. But who cares? If hitting some keys on a keyboard and banging out a keyboard makes me happy, in my senior years, then so what? As long as I'm not disturbing you, right? Don't disturb anybody trying to get to your goals. But yes, okay. So who said something to me? Let me see something. I bought my glasses here. Okay, saw your name and saw your name and hi, sweetheart. Yes, I learned last year, but still need to practice. You know how to play the piano last year? Yeah, practice makes perfect. Listen, I don't care how old you are. If you're doing something in your teen years, you got to perfect it. You got to keep at it. So midlife's no different. If you're doing something, I'm trying to keep track of the time. I got my little timer, but my timer just failed me. But anyway, it screened off. Okay, hold on. All right, because I'm not trying to keep you longer. We got 7 minutes left. So just keep practicing. A little bit a day, it gets you where you got to go. So definitely keep practicing. So anyway, I think I talked enough, but we got some time left. So, so I'm going to give you some tips. So my desk is covered with little things I wanted to share with you that will help you along the way. And they're kind of quirky little things because I feel like I'm a little quirky. I kind of am. And that's another thing. My mother always said, what did she say, y'all? Y'all gonna be able to quote from my mama before if you'll follow me for a long time. She was like, be yourself or be by yourself, right? Nobody wants a fake or phony, right? And we all have representatives. We all have people that show. I had to learn that. I had to learn that the ghetto girl that grew up in the project, she can't be the chick that shows up in the courtroom talking to a judge. It couldn't happen. I mean, sometimes things slip, but for the most part, I had to learn how to operate in the environment which I was in, which is in the legal arena. It got me in trouble though, ultimately being me. But anyway, but it was because I was a brave me, and that story will come out later. Maybe I can turn it into a little screenplay or something because it's a pretty. Well, I'm gonna give you a little tip because I don't want to leave you in suspense. The way I ended my practice was not traditional. It was because of a stance I took in a particular case, right? And when I took that stance, the judge was not pleased with that and found me in contempt of court. And that's the moment I decided to walk away from my practice. So you might hear me talk about that a little bit because that was a life-altering event. But Father works in mysterious ways, does he not? Because it launched my career, and I'm sitting here with you. I'm doing what I love to do, is entertain people. So it wasn't a bad thing. In the moment, it was horrific. In the moment, it was like the worst thing that can happen because it's only happened to a few trial lawyers in the history of America what happened to me. It only happened to a few trial attorneys, and I think it happened to more female trial attorneys than men. But yes, it was something, he found me in contempt because I refused to bow down to the almighty king of the courtroom. And that happened. But anyway, that's again, God's favor was on me. So therefore it didn't kill me. That's what doesn't kill you, make you stronger. And it led me to be sitting here talking to you beautiful people today. So it's all good. I love saying that too. It's all good. My mom used to always say everything happens for a reason. I've added, let's pray that it's happened for a good reason, because some things happen for a bad reason because of bad decisions, bad actions, and you didn't pivot fast enough when you realized you were on the wrong road. You didn't turn around. And that was the thing my mother always said. Don't let nobody turn you around when you know you're on your right path. So you might be in your midlife, 45, and you might go say to somebody, you know what, I think I'm gonna be an airline pilot. What? You don't fly no planes. Oh, but I'm a good driver. whatever the reason is got you motivated, and you go take pilot lessons. Who knows what you're gonna be flying 15 years later, because you're still in your midlife, you still can do it, right? So don't give up on your dreams. Whatever the Lord purposed in your heart to do, please, 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 please pursue that and think about it. Sit down one day, maybe after this live is over, because you didn't go to church, you hung out with me. Thank you. Just maybe after this live is over, just sit quietly. Just sit very quiet, because the Lord speaks to you in a small, still voice, right? And he probably has something he wants you to do, because he always does. That's our Father. What father you know, or what mother you know, or that doesn't want you to do something, and that's our Heavenly Father. And he has something for us to do. He does. So after this live, maybe you can sit still in a room that, maybe it's your bathroom. I don't know. Where nobody can come in, shut the door, lock it so nobody can come in. And just ponder, Lord, why am I here? Why am I here? What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? I'm in my midlife. What do you want me to do? Like, keep doing what I'm doing? That's fine too. Or do you have something bigger and better for me? And if the answer is yes, because it may be, yeah, it probably is going to be yes, to be honest, then figure it out. Just figure some things out. And I say this, mistakes are messages. I made my share of mistakes. I think I made a ton of them. However, there was a message in all of that. There was a lesson in all of that to be learned. And the quicker you get the lesson, the quicker you can move on, right? To your next level. Yes, absolutely. So just keep that in mind. And let me know next week if you come back and bring a friend. Did you get something? Did you find something in your heart that you've been delaying that you want to start, at least starting to build towards, right? So now that we have 1 minute and 59 seconds left, I'm going to show you something on my desk. I'm going to show you two things that I think will help you in midlife, okay? One is to do with economics. The other one is, both of them are kind of economics. The other one is so that you don't eat old food in the refrigerator. So, so let me make that make sense. Excuse me. I had a lady tell me that she had a friend who was a dentist, and he was always eating old food, and she kept warning him about eating old food, and ultimately he ate something that gave him food poisoning, and he died. So, because he was cheap, he was a dentist, he could afford fresh food, but he liked eating old food, so he had a bunch of old food in his refrigerator. She would come see him, was like, man, take all the old food out, throw it out. And no one, he probably didn't even let her throw it out. Sometimes you gotta let your friends help you. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So anyway, so eventually it killed him. She didn't listen. Oh, also, if you're gonna bring food home, I'm trying to hurry now because we don't got much time left. If you're trying to bring food home in a restaurant, you know that you can't eat everything on your plate. Either get a to-go container and put your food in there, or move the portion that you're not going to eat aside. I know it looks a little weird, but do it anyway if you're going to take some home, because once you're eating out of it, bacteria is sitting in it, and then if you get home and leave it on your counter, bacteria is going to continue to form, and then you put it in your refrigerator, somebody comes along and eats it and gets sick. So that's what this is. So what I did was to avoid keeping stuff in the refrigerator too long, because you forget when you put stuff in the refrigerator. That everybody does that. So I bought a whole thing off of Amazon. It says date and content. So therefore, if I put something in there, I can determine, excuse me, how long it's in there and whether I can feed it to my guests. No, fresh food for your guests, y'all. But anyway, whether or not I can eat it later. So just keep that in mind. That's a really good tip. One more, the financial tip is, y'all gonna laugh at this. Okay, so I had 3 kids, right? And they waste. Kids waste. So when they clean out the tub, I don't want to show the brand. I'm sorry. Okay, it's telling us to stop. Okay, we almost done. So I don't want to release the brand, but y'all can tell by the green can. So anyway, because my children would just pour it in there, and this stuff, everything is expensive now. So this really is an important tip for 2026. I would take the lid. Look what I do. You see that? I would take the top off, cut it or bend it back so only that many holes show up. So when my kids, or when I'm scouring, all the scouring powder just doesn't go everywhere, explodes everywhere. I done wasted all the scouring powder, and now, can y'all see the label? I'm sorry. These people don't even want me promoting them. But I'm not promoting them, I'm promoting the message, right? The message is, yes. So, and there's other things you can do like that too, so it doesn't pour out, like salad dressing. You can kind of fix that too, so when you pour out, everything doesn't go blah in your salad dressing, if it has one of those little silver covers over it. So that's it. You guys have been with me for 29 minutes. I so thank you. I hope you learned something today, and I hope you come back next week at 11 o'clock and bring a friend with you. And yes, and please pray for my show. If you know the word of prayer, keep me in prayer because we don't wrestle against flesh and blood. We wrestle against principalities. I never get that quote right, but we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but we're not wrestling against each other. I'm not wrestling against you. I'm not wrestling against my other co-creators. But we are wrestling against principalities of darkness, rulers in high places. If you know this, what verse that is in the Bible, you can put it in the comments. But yeah, we are in a battle. We are in a battle. We have a bullseye on our back if we're believers, and we know that we have to stay strong. So stay strong in your midlife. Stay strong. Do what you're called to do. Do it well. Do it your best. Be yourself. Present the real you, and you'll be fine. So thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you next Sunday, same time, same station. Bye for now. I'm going to end my live as soon as I figure it out. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for being here today. Okay, yes. All right.